Hello, everyone. My name is Taylor, and this is Cozy Corner. I just wanted to stop by and talk to you all for a little bit. So, there was a video that was sent to me by one of my good friends about this woman that was dating younger. And so, after having an open discussion, I really saw myself in a lot of her for many reasons. So, in the video, she's sitting at a table with her family, and they're so critical, so judgmental on her situation. Now, the reason why I saw myself in her is because in my life, one of my dysfunctions that I've allowed myself to be a part of or allow is for family and friends to have a big part in a lot of the decisions that I make and have made in the past. And with her sitting at this table, she's kind of doing really well by trying to take a stand for herself and the things that she wants. But her family is just so critical. And I thought about something. Yesterday, I was reading the book of Job. And in the story, everything is going well for him. And then he starts going under attack. And everybody's in his ear. All the naysayers are in his ear. Oh, if, you used to be this, that, and the third. And, if the Most High loved you, why he allowed these things to happen to you and all these different things. But he kept seeking the Most High. He kept staying on the course. Now, did he question from time to time? Yes, he did. He had a lot to say. But he never allowed the naysayers to get so much into his head that it steered him away from the Most High. And a lot of times we have done that. I know I'm guilty of doing that, where a lot of the decisions that I made, like for instance, if I would have allowed my family or friends to have that big of an influence on me, I would have married my abuser. If I would have allowed my friends and family to have such a huge impact on me, I would not be on the spiritual journey and spiritual path that I am on today. I think sometimes we allow outsiders to say so much and do so much to the point where we can't make our own decisions. And we care too much about what people say, how people view us, And I'm guilty of that. I always try to live my life according to what people thought I should live it, how I should live it out. And in doing that, I couldn't seek the Most High properly because it was always in my ear, in the back of my head. Everything was about, oh, Taylor, what would this person think? And then on this side, you're like, oh my gosh, how would people view me if I made this decision, if I chose this career path, if I chose this relationship, if I chose this spiritual journey? I would not be where I am today. If I would allow friends and family to dictate my life, I wouldn't have never met my husband and had the marriage that I had. Had I let friends and family dictate my life, I would have never been able to go after the things that I really love. A lot of the regrets that I have in life is because I allow people to speak so much into me that I couldn't hear my own voice. Allowed them to make so many decisions for me in my life that I could not hear or be able to see clearly of the things that I want. I couldn't hear the Most High if he was telling me, oh, well, this is the path that you should take, and I'm going to carry on this path because my friends and family voices was all in my head. And I think a lot of times in that, we don't realize that sometimes the enemy have a way of creeping up into our friends and family. And if we do not have the spirit of discernment, and if we do not truly seek him on where their heart and testing their heart to see where a lot of their critical, judgment is coming from, then we won't know if it's truly from the Most High or if the enemy is deterring a path for you that the Most High has that's going to open up doors for you to have new opportunities, another level of success, and ultimately to grow. I think a lot of times we don't realize that life and death is in the power of the tongue. And we don't realize that a lot of our friends and family speak death into things the Most High is trying to breathe life into. And I thought about that in correlation to a conversation that me and one of my family members was having. I'm not going to say who it was. It was a few weeks ago. And we were sitting out talking, and they were saying, oh, well, I realized that in doing this, I can't have fun and do all these different things because people view me and see me at a point where they're very critical of everything that I do. So I have to be very mindful of what I do, mindful of what I say. Now, keep in mind, the scenario that they gave me was, and I'll give a scenario. So everybody feels differently about line dancing, you know. So if you're line dancing and you see someone that have such high regards for you, they're watching your every footstep. And you're like, oh my gosh, what did I do wrong? And they're like, well, I didn't really view you in that manner. I didn't see that, you would be a type of person that do these type of things. Now you feel guilty. And you're regretting your decision when in actuality, you didn't do anything wrong. They put you on a pedestal. They start to idolize you. And so you have that idea in your head that because people see me and view me in a certain way, I can't truly live my life. And I used to be the same way. A lot of the career choices that I wanted to make in life, I never pursued because of the fear and the judgment that may come behind some of the decisions that I would have made. I grew up being very artistic. I love art. I drew, I painted, I wrote poetry, I wrote music. That was my thing. I love to sew, things like that. But in my mind, I didn't see that as a career goal because everything was pushed towards you need to do this and you need to do that. This is going to make you money. You're not going to make any money doing this. And so every decision that I made in life was solely on what would make everyone else proud instead of what would make me happy, and trusting in the Most High is going to carry me with whatever decision that I make, as long as it's within reason, of course. But to that, I'll have to say this. If you allow everyone around you to have such an influence in your life, in what aspect of life can the Most High truly speak to you? How can he get through to you if everyone else is already have a placement there? And in growing and learning, I realize that it's not about them and what they want. Because ultimately, the Most High's plan and purpose for your life is going to prevail if you truly seek him. But in realizing that to truly seek him, you have to counsel out everyone and everything around you to be able to fully hear him and what he's saying. And to know why people are so critical. To that, I hope that something inspired you and opened up your eyes, because the reality of life is people are going to always be critical. People are going to always judge. People are going to always have something to say. But being able to test their hearts to see what is it stemming from? Is it stemming from their own traumas from their past? Is it stemming from jealousy? Is it stemming from being envious and bitter? And is it stemming from a place where they genuinely don't want to be you to be happy, because that may take something away from them? You have to really test people's heart, because in doing that, you start to realize a lot about not only the people around you, but yourself as well. You have this sense of awareness that allows you to say, hey, something's not adding up here. I need to evaluate this deeper. I need to be able to pray on this to say, Most High, is some of the things that I am receiving from others, are they truly coming from you, or is the enemy trying to deceive me through people and disguise it as if it's you? So keep that in mind. And I hope that everyone have a great day. And once again, this is Taylor with Cozy Corner. Love you all.